Hi everyone and welcome to the first channel to stream Tormenta 20 in English. I'm Alexander Januzzi, I'll be your host and GM for our adventure of End of Times. And with me, as always, I have an amazing cast. So let's please go ahead and do a round of introductions.
Hi, my name is Giselle Fernandez, they, them. I am playing Bucko, he, they, Minotaur Hunter.
Hi, I'm Natalia Molero, she, her, and I am playing Kit, the cleric. Or is she? No, she's a cleric.
Dun, dun.
Or is she?
What to hope. I'm Sydney Granat, she, her, playing Time, the Sylph Bard, who was apparently just asleep the entire last thing and doesn't know anything and everything is fine.
Hi everyone, I'm Victor Lucky, and I'm here to talk to you about something very important. You see, my character Crimson Void is not only being played by me, apparently he is also being played by other players. But no more. Dun dun dun.
Okay. That's it? No more explanation?
That's it.
Okay.
I just want to be like mysterious and ominous and weird.
You copyrighted your character?
Cool.
Yes. Thank you very much for noticing.
Anyways, recently on End of Times, our heroes defeated the Purists in the village of Dornbach and rescued Andries, one of the sisters, Dalan's sisters, half-dryad sisters, that lived in the giant hollow oak next or nearby the village. They rescued her before she was turned into something else by a mechano-magical device in a profane ritual that they stopped. That was not for
awesome, to be
Valkyrie.
honest.
It was pretty badass. They traveled back to the fort with the Dalans, who moved out of their Tormenta-infected giant hollow oak. On their way, they met Elmer, the lazy dragon, and convinced him to try for a career singing. And then they got to the fort, and after going to sleep at the fort, Bucko woke up during the night after hearing some sounds, the sounds of somebody climbing the side of the tavern and sneaking into the room across from his room, Kit's room. Kit and most of the tavern were awakened by Bucko shouting into the night, and chaos ensued as an assassin attempted to kill Kit with a quick attempt for a negotiation for some map that was quickly discarded and just became chaos. The assassin came really close to both finishing the job and escaping, but ended up being caught by Crimson Void, who took the assassin down by jumping on top of him from the second floor, luchador style. While Bucko and Crimson went to check on Fairmond and Isabrine in one of the towers, and Grun went to check on something upstairs, Kit finished the job, killing the assassin before he could reveal anything to her teammates. Grun had a rough interaction with the sergeant, who seems to be worried about his soldiers, but that tension was remedied the next morning with an honest conversation. The fort seems to be on high alert. Regardless of why the assassin came for Kit, criminal activity in the Central Hills seems to be getting bolder. Our group already knows that someone called Sivarian seems to be behind at least some of the nefarious activity going on. And they've also seen that there is at least some Tormenta corruption going on in the area. And finally, they've also encountered incredibly advanced mechano-magical science in the middle of it all. How it all connects, it's up to the party to figure out. I'm just here to help you guys tell the story. What do you want to do? I think we finished the session pretty much determining we would have 9 days of downtime, during which you guys could have done whatever you wanted. So I just wanted to ask you guys, what did you guys want to do?
Well, I know Bucko was waiting on his rainbow metal axe from
Belinda,
That is
yeah.
true.
Belinda. Thank you.
Totally.
Kit is tagging along. Always someone. Mostly Bucko and possibly Time, but maybe not so much Time because Time is too perceptive. Probably Bucko. Just because she's scared shitless. And also, in my
Why?
downtime. Why? I don't know. I didn't almost get murdered last night. I also would like to study the map that is not really the map, but I think is the map to the
Temple of Vacuum.
vacuum
temple.
Yeah, temple.
Temple of Vacuum. Yeah, you've actually already made a roll for
Yes.
that last
But
time.
in terms of role play, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna
Okay.
focus the 9 days on that.
Sounds
That's
good.
just
Time is, I think, part of it is doing a little bit of shopping because she now has way more silver than she's ever had in her entire life and doesn't know what to do with it. And I think she's actually I know because I watched the last session. I know at some point Crimson Void is just training, and I think she's just gonna hang out with him a bunch, and also trying to whenever the Dollins are around, try to seem like he's a big brother to her, just to give that extra little oh, show me how to do this, teach me how to do this, and mostly hanging out with him and the goat.
yeah.
Time Wing Woman of the Year.
Literally.
Ha-
Yeah.
And Crimson Void is like, man, Time is the coolest.
Although she might do I think very quietly she's gonna start. She doesn't really have any scientific way of checking her food, but she's gonna be a lot more careful about what she's eating. And just if it's something that's shared out of a pot, it's watching other people eat before she eats. She debates letting Squeak try it and then immediately discards that idea.
Cool. Think one thing. I had one thing for Time too, but for Crimson, do you think Crimson would be trying to train Duke?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, give me an animal handling check.
But I don't have any more
Or
handling.
some.
Can I help him?
So, yeah.
Animal handling is trained only.
Oh, I
Is
might
it?
not be trained on that.
It is.
Okay. Well, I disagree.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're the man.
You're the DM.
I hate skills based on charisma. Crimson Void has. I don't even want to say none. It's worse than that.
I don't.
But I got a
see-
natural 20, so
Oh,
See all that
right.
complaining.
I'm not. Apparently, I don't even need to help because I also could not find animal handling on here.
It's just called
just
handling,
Oh, handling.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the
for
same
sure.
skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge help anyway. That would have been a 14 to help.
Hey, it's +1.
That's
That's
plus
plus
one.
one, yeah.
So-
Something,
Something.
apparently.
Tell me how you're trying to motivate Duke into this training, to get into this training.
Have you ever watched any Rocky movie? It's pretty much the same speech that Polly gives Rocky. And then, Rocky repeats on Rocky Balboa. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how many times you can fall and get up again.
And time's just there translating.
Perfect.
A much needed help there. Because to him, like to Duke, it's like the How I Met Your Mother thing is like walk, 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 walk,
You mean the Peanuts thing?
Right. Same thing.
I mean, probably both. One pulled from the other.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Whoa, revelations. Anyway. You see that for some reason, maybe because you guys were attacked in your place of sleep, or maybe because the group did almost die last time. Again. In the last big combat you guys had, Duke actually starts to get motivated to train. Like, when you go to do push-ups and Duke kind of like tries to imitate the motions, and you're like stretching, and Duke's like trying to stretch and then gets distracted, eats some grass and does some other stuff.
We really focus on headbutting, I feel like that's his strong suit.
And just gonna leave a marker for myself here to insert the exposition scene of Crimson Void running upstairs with Duke running alongside him, and like Crimson Void holding the punching bag. Yeah, holding the punching bag for Duke to headbutt into.
And of course the song is "You're the best around." And I will not sing more
That's
than
also
that
what Time is doing. She's providing the background music.
Yes, of course.
Time is holding the broken Zardu clock timing people, but it doesn't work anyway, but she's still doing it. Cool, man. I'm gonna go ahead and make a note here that,
If anyone wants to draw any of this, I'm a fan.
Cool. Time, you also wanted to buy a thing.
Yes. So, I don't know if it's any particular morning or just maybe a morning that was less busy, but I'd probably go over to Belinda and just ask her. So, I love my loot. I really do. I really appreciate it. I really like it. I feel like it could use a bit of an upgrade, though. Would you happen to have anything in stock that might?
You already kind of have a special connection with Belinda. And maybe you're not even sure why, but she's always seems to be partial to you in some way. But still, give me some social check. I mean, diplomacy preferably, but if you want to do trickery.
It was almost a nat 20, but it's cocked, so I will roll again. And I will be fair. Very cocked, but I just rolled a 19, so I'm not.
Okay. That works.
And then diplomacy, that's 26.
It's very nice. The C was very low. She looks at you and seems to get lost in thought for a moment, and then just kind of smiles. Says, "You know what? I think I have just the thing." And she skedaddles to the back. You start hearing sounds of things getting thrown off to the side and or falling, piles of things getting moved, and her grunting as she's moving heavy things. And then she comes back carrying a pretty beautiful case. And, she's smaller than the balcony. So she comes to the balcony and then you just see this poof getting dropped on the balcony, and she comes up the tiny stairs for herself. And it's this beautiful loot case with beautiful embroidery, like leather on the outside. Seems to be rather sturdy. And she starts undoing the clasps and throws it open. And you've seen her do pretty amazing things, but even to her eyes, you see that she marvels at the sight of what's inside. And it's this beautiful loot. And just, you look at it once and this has to be an elven loot. Just the way it's designed, the frets are slightly curved, which means they're like truly tuned, and the strings are beautiful and shiny, and the hand of the instrument is like all classically embroidered, and all the things, the works.
Nice.
I will look at her before gently taking it out of the case. Like,
you see, you go to get it from the case, she almost starts a reaction of the hand slap, and just take it, see how it feels.
And I'm just gonna play a very quiet little tune, maybe something that I've noticed she's kind of enjoyed around the bar.
She just kind of lets you play for a second, and you try it on, and you see that this is an exquisite instrument. Speed isn't really necessarily a consideration for bards way back then, as it is for maybe musicians nowadays. But you definitely feel fast with this instrument. Your hands just go and flow, and every time you hit a chord, you hit it right, and it just seems much easier. You don't have to squeeze the strings as hard. Almost just putting a finger there just makes the note sound perfectly with the fret. And it just seems perfect for her hands somehow.
Tiny little hands.
Yeah. And she's like, come on. Don't need to be quiet about it. It's been waiting for a while to sing. Come on.
Well, I just wanted to hear it before, we talk money.
No, but play a proper song. Come on. Good and loud.
Okay. And I'll play probably, I think, something a little more complicated that is a little bit of a rowdy bar song, but something that's not played as often just because it's pretty quick and you have to get your fingers, you're going up and down constantly, so you have to really be on your game to do it.
You see, she gets super into it, and there aren't even that many people in the tavern. People are starting to poke their heads in and be looking in, what's going on? Why is there so much music all of a sudden? There's nobody here. She is super into it, almost teary-eyed, by the time you're done, and you can feel that the instrument just sounds better, feels better. It's just great playing with it. Mechanically, I've told you this, you can use your inspiration ability as a movement action instead of a standard action. And she tells you, I came here to start this branch in the Central Hills, but my cousin has the main branch in Valkyria. The gem might be wrong. I think it's Valkyria.
It's Valkyria.
And, to come here, I had to leave my sweetheart behind. And she studied with some amazing instrument makers. The ones that do it for the royal line. For the bars that play for the kings and queens. And she made this one. I just thought it was so cute. And she let me take it. Because it's so tiny. It's perfect for you.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored.
Say you have the money to buy it.
Well, what are we talking?
She does a quick math in her head, and it's like, I think the proper price for this would be in the range of the 300.
Time tries to keep a very straight face, but definitely there's a little bit in her eyes of God, that's so much money.
Oh, yeah. No, sure. Of course. Yeah, makes sense.
Time just takes a very deep breath and just... Because we're friends. And she extends a hand and to shake.
And she says, guys, we're friends. And she also shakes her hand.
That 300?
300. Give me a perception check. I think everybody's failed this one till this point, so I might have forgotten to still be asking.
Fantastic. 12.
Yeah. Cool.
Also failed. All right, at least I'm part of the team.
Sweet. You have an elven loot. Your inspiration is now a move action, which is
Damn.
super OP.
I think I will also...
And she says, as you're backing up, she says she gives you a thing for you to properly, put it around your, hanging around her neck and stuff. Whoa, sorry, what?
I wondered how delayed I was.
A little bit.
I have no idea. I was just gonna say, I probably would take out my own loot and just probably hold it for a minute and just go. Any chance you can make sure this gets to someone who, deserves it?
Yeah, she takes it. It says, of course. I'll give you money for it too.
Oh.
Fair is fair.
Thank you.
So it's a third of the price of the loot.
I have no idea how much.
I can check it for you.
Okay.
And she says, and I've always wanted to try my hand at doing some interesting experiments with musical instruments, and if you ever feel like trying, come see me,
Sounds good.
Basically, she's inviting you to try and add modifications to it if you ever feel like it.
Nice.
Instruments. Let's see. There used to be at least like 35. So 12?
Sure.
Cool. I mean,
I needed
somebody
justification
has.
to get rid of
Yeah.
the obscene amount of silver I've now collected at this point. That my tiny fairy body can probably not haul around.
Yeah, if there's anything else you guys would like to buy, feel free to buy it. Belinda's a hard ass for the price, but she does have most things.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, even like esoteric stuff?
No, esoteric stuff. We would roll to see, like a luck check to see if she has it, depending on the price of the thing.
I'm
But
down
I'll
to try.
say you can always try, and I'll say that not she, but Gran, during these days, you guys see that he's working on something.
Did we get our axes back already?
On the 7th day, she gives you guys your axes back.
All right.
They look red and rainbow.
Do we get any bonus from that?
Yes.
One has
So-
to know.
Opening up for you guys. A rainbow metal weapon deals +1 damage of one element. From 6 elements. Either acid, electricity, fire, cold, light, or darkness. When you attack, you also roll a d6 to see which one, if it matters. If the creature is vulnerable to one of these, it automatically hits with that kind of damage, which means it automatically takes 2 damage from that kind. It also, in the process, kind of tells you that the creature has a vulnerability.
Damn.
How much of elemental damage then? Sorry, of energy damage. Sorry,
It's +1 damage.
+1 damage. Okay.
Potentially +2.
Actually, +2. Yes.
And there are potentially other effects, but
Potential.
Belinda is not sure yet.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna program the attack to roll 1d6, and I'm gonna put the extra damage on the damage, like +1. If it's the vulnerability, we added another one.
Sure. Yeah, you can just put +1 on the damage, because it will deal the damage, like regardless. So
Yes.
it's also able to avoid, if the creature is like immune to something, it's able to avoid those.
Nice.
So
I like when I cause extra damage.
So this is also applicable to my axe now.
yeah, both of you have axes that are rainbow metal. Metal.
Metal.
Yeah. Let me put down a list on my notes so we don't have to keep going back to the book. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just so I always have the same order. That's all. Fire.
It's acid, electricity.
Oh,
Fire.
okay. So there's the order already. Acid, electric, fire.
Fire is 3, cold is 4, light
Cold.
5, and then darkness.
Light.
6.
Darkness. There we go. So when I
Cool beans.
roll, this is just gonna be an example, not a valid attack, but when I roll, it's gonna show the number of the energy for me.
Oh, nice! I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome.
Nice.
Very cool. Sweet. Anyone else wanna buy anything special? Yes.
May I roll to see if she, by any chance, has like, just like stocked in the back, maybe, a finger of a tree folk?
Yes. There was somebody else who was also interested in this one.
I wonder who.
You may. How much does it cost? Let me see.
200.
200.
2 hundo. 2
Okay.
whole hundos.
You can roll. It's a luck check, so it's
I
just a
have to
d20.
roll? But my luck. But we established I don't have any luck.
You can also ask for the people watching to roll, but
Ramon, do you want to roll for me? Please roll well. Turn in.
I'm not gonna say the.
I don't think. Do we have the bot on the chat?
We don't have the
we don't
bot,
have the
sorry,
bot.
Ramon.
You just would have to like roll a dice if you have it, like a die, if you have one nearby.
Or you
Possibly.
could probably just Google roll 1d20.
Yeah,
Works. Yeah.
or that.
You can.
Sorry. That's on me. I should have specified. It's fine.
So yeah, it's not that expensive, so it's not, that
It's
hard for
200.
her to have it. Too
Yeah.
difficult for her to have it. But there's still a good chance.
No?
Yes? No?
I'm gonna roll. I'm going to roll.
Well, it's in your name. Come on.
Have Duke roll. Can we do that?
Grabbing the die. Grabbing the die. $18.
She has it.
Yay!
This will probably be my last lucky roll.
That's not true.
She's
No,
talking
it's
about
not.
it. Victor Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I messed up the mojo by rolling for Nat, who is usually unlucky. So
That is true.
this affects
See?
the balance,
Transferred
the
the
delicate
curse.
balance of the universe.
Yep.
See, maybe that's what you guys should have been doing all along, helping each other out with your rolls.
That is true. Maybe if I roll
We
for
have a
you, I
lot.
can roll really well. You don't know.
Oh, but I do.
You asked Belinda, and she's like, "Oh, actually, I thought it didn't, but I was moving some stuff around to grab something for time, and I saw something. Hang on. And she comes back. With an ant's finger, or how did you say it?
Tree folk.
Tree folk's finger. Which of course it's been prepared and
Awesome.
had the sigildry done and is prepped, and she goes, "Oh yeah, what do you know?" She opens like a little box, like Harry Potter style. There you go.
Nice.
This one will run you 200.
Damn, that's expensive.
Wait, 200?
Yeah, 200.
Yeah, 200.
That's what the book said.
Does someone that possibly helped you detain your apprentice that stole shit from you get a discount, possibly?
You do.
Maybe.
It's called free housing.
Fair. Okay.
Belinda is
count.
savage.
I count my gold. And I
You can give me a perception check, Nudge.
We all know how this normally goes, so.
You have good perception, though.
Okay!
Hey.
24.
You see, she kind of leans in her customary "I'm negotiating, but not really" pose. And you see hanging from her neck is a golden coin, like from a necklace, which for anybody else might be like, "Wow, okay, I guess she wants a coin."
Really likes money, yeah.
Or she really likes money, or she wants to be, ready for anything. But you are a cleric. So for you, it's like,
Yes, I am.
oh, she worships Tibar.
That makes
Oh.
so much sense.
Of course she does. Come on.
Knowing that.
It's
I
not
do know.
just that
Yes.
either.
Okay.
The way she's always so fair with the prices and everything, and she's had discussions with Bucko about no, you gotta charge for your services. You think she's a cleric of Tibar?
Oh, damn.
This I don't know.
Cleric.
Tibar being the minor god of money and transactions.
Do I know what are as someone who is versed in religion, in general, do I know what are Tibar's I forgot the name of the term, but the pillars of Tibar's worshipping?
Give me a religion check. You're trained, so it's not
So
hard.
many checks.
But it's
a lesser
also a minor god. There's a natural 20.
I
Yes.
don't want to say anything out loud because I don't want to.
Don't scare
Anyway,
it.
yes, please continue.
That's a good old natural 20 for Kit, who hasn't rolled a single one yet. So,
I think I'm
See ya.
dead.
tonight? Not today.
No, not today.
Definitely.
No. This is my second roll of the day.
Anyways, yeah, you know everything there is to know about Tibar.
Dogmas! That's the word. Sorry.
Dogmas.
That just came to me.
Those, all the
Those.
dogs.
Yes.
It's like the Christmas for dogs. I regret nothing.
Yeah. So I don't know them, but if somebody at the table, Lucky Nachi, knows any more stuff about Tibar, but yeah, you do know everything. For some reason, you were interested in the
I
dogmas
read so
of
much
Tibar.
about Tibar. Tibar is like cool. If I'm not, Lucky can correct me if I'm wrong, but bargaining is part of the dogmas. It's part of like the whole like back and forth that goes with.
Please don't put this amount of pressure on me. I don't know.
Yes, you do. You know more about lore than most people. Definitely more than me.
Citation needed.
Well, I may be pulling this out of my ass, but
You can definitely do a roll against Belinda for bargaining.
Come on, 200 is a lot of money. I can do so much with 200. Okay, let's go. So if I'm not mistaken, the actual like for bargaining is trickery, right? The like skill.
For bargaining is diplomacy.
Diplomacy, okay. Well,
it's your diplomacy. Yeah, I know. It's your diplomacy.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, now that the cat's out of the bag, I roll diplomacy as if it's trickery. So trickery.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. And you're it's you against her. Your roll against her will.
Oh, by the way, yes, Ramon confirmed what I said. I was right. Bargaining is part of. Thanks, Ramon. Okay.
So that means I've been wrong, and Time can try to bargain as well. She rolled well.
I don't know if I want to roll anymore. Okay, let's go. Whatever. 18. It's not awful.
What is happening? I'm scared.
I know. I'm telling you, like,
why are we not in a fight right now?
The curse.
Why are we not in a fight?
I'm getting scared.
We should be getting in a
What's
fight.
going on?
We can.
Are we in danger?
Just fight each other.
Are we in danger? You know why? You know why the stakes are super low? That's why. Yeah. As soon as it's like my life depends on it, then the natural one's coming. Watch it.
Or because the cat is finally out of the bag.
Maybe because the cat's finally out of the bag. I'm being myself now.
Kid's luck might have flipped.
The dice know.
The dice know.
They do.
That's how I think. She rolled a 24.
Oh. Okay. Well, here's my 200 to Bart. And I tore him off them.
And I will say,
I love bargaining.
Time would not have tried to bargain. She would have thought about it. But listen, knowing that the person you're kind of friends with has a sweetheart who works for like royalty and could eventually get her a job in that, nope, everything's above board.
All right.
We need to encourage this friendship.
Yeah. 300 is nothing to scoff at, for sure.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So Buckle has his axe. Lucky Crimson has his axe. Thyme has her loot. Kit has her ants. Or one more time.
Tree folk.
Jeez.
You have the finger.
During 7 days, you guys see Ron
Have
working.
You seen,
huh?
Have you seen the meme where it's like people like when you spend all your money with something and then like they put butter in it and they're like eating the thing that they just bought because they spent all their money on it. It's a TikTok thing, but I just imagine like kid being like trying to eat the mummified finger because she doesn't have money to eat anymore.
Come
I don't
on,
think I've
you
seen
guys
that
got
part of
so much
TikTok.
money.
No, we have a lot of money.
Yeah, no. It's still a good amount of money.
No.
And I bet the mummified finger would taste like beef jerky, so you're good.
I mean, it's a tree,
It's tree, though,
Oh.
so it's bark.
So yeah, that sucks.
yeah, that's really hard on your teeth.
Anyway,
Sprinkle
please
it on
continue.
salad
Sorry.
like croutons.
Yeah, croutons, geez.
Yeah.
Grun spends 7 of those days working on the piece of wood that he took from the Dalan's house. The slightly corrupted one. And he shapes it and molds it and at times asks for help from them to help it grow. And by the end of it, he builds what he described as effectively it's a huge staff, like not a huge staff, but a staff, an arcane staff, and he uses some of the marbles you guys got from the machinery, and he actually builds this very large painting brush staff. But
That is not suspicious at all.
At all.
He is an artist, and he's an arcanist, and he was able to use his crafts successfully on the downtime. We did the roll and everything, and he rolled successfully, and he built a arcane staff, which if you go look how much it costs, he did pretty well for himself building this thing. So he got that, which is pretty cool. Too bad he's not here to the RP, but there we are. So everybody stopped off. I'm betting. And you guys can do whatever you would like.
I do think also at some point time would have probably, like maybe one evening if Kit's maybe not sitting alone, but if Bucko gets up to get a drink, Time would sit next to Kit and like take his spot for a second and just go, we didn't really talk about this before, but it seems really weird that I was put to sleep and they targeted you. And I feel like you and I are the ones who talk about, and I'm gonna lean in close and just be like, brotherhood the most. Do you think it's maybe related? Because you got a little loose and fancy with that word in the beginning.
That is true. I haven't thought of that. I mean, it's very possible. I didn't find any sort of identification that tied him to the Brotherhood, but I don't know if they would have something of that sort.
Yeah, I mean, the everyone's already checked the body and everything, so...
Yeah.
Did
It is weird.
Gran take, like... I'm not on the best terms with Gran right now. I don't really feel like asking him for favors, but if you happen to mention it to him, it might not be a bad idea if he took a sketch of the man's face so that if we need to shop it around and
Maybe.
see who else knew who he was.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I also don't really trust Gran. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like he's been a little secretive of. Sorry, I'm like I'm trying so hard to roleplay this, and it's so hypocritical. Anyway, I feel like he's been a little secretive, almost, and almost like he's hiding something. I mean, he was clearly hiding about his devotion, and not hiding, but not being honest about it, and I don't know, I feel like maybe he's not trustworthy.
I mean, if everyone feels that way, like I don't think Bucko would leave him behind, though, is the thing.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm gonna be honest, I think Crimson did have a point. I guess he hit it really well, but I'm surprised you didn't. Because I know squat about gods, but I'm surprised you honestly didn't notice anything.
I don't know, I didn't think someone could
Just hide it, I guess.
follow something so foul. I knew, for instance, there are people like Crimson that have been touched by the Tormenta, and that affects their bodies and their minds in some way. But it doesn't mean they are devoted to Tormenta.
I mean, he hates it more than anything in the world.
Exactly. So I thought that was the case with Grun. I thought that he was also affected by the Tormenta, which he clearly is. Mm-hmm. And that was it. I couldn't fathom the possibility of someone following it. It's the anti-creation. It's the worst possible thing ever.
I guess that's the thing with not wanting to ask questions about what's going on with everyone. We don't really know anything about each other. Helped with
I
that.
tried asking questions and I didn't get anywhere either. So I guess two opposite ends of the spectrum, and we're in the same spot.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to talk to him at some point, but I really don't. I mean, I don't know what he could possibly say to me.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. I'm gonna have to say something. I can't not say something.
No.
And I don't know how that's gonna affect us traveling together. I mean, how can you travel with someone you don't trust? Right?
You make it work.
Lucky! Don't distract me! I'm in the zone.
I traveling maybe is a different thing, but I definitely spent a decent amount of time with people who I would say I did not fully trust.
Yeah.
And I can't say I've ever trusted Gran too much. Yeah. Listen, I'm weak as I'll get out, so further than I can throw him really takes quite a literal meaning there.
Yeah. He's helped us before. He was very important to our survival in the past fights we were in. I just don't know.
No, with the Dollins in particular, and with that little, the youngest sister, and just him telling them about the tree. If he's so devoted to the Tormenta, why is he telling them to leave? I mean, I guess we're all hypocrites in a way, but I don't know.
Maybe we just don't understand what... It's hard because I don't think you can possibly follow such a thing. But maybe we should hear his side. I feel like we all have reasons to follow the deities and do the things that we do. And maybe he didn't...
I don't
he
know.
wasn't doing it to harm anyone, no? Maybe it's the only option he had to survive.
Definitely something to think about, but... we're not... Question, because I feel like the whole group hasn't really sat down and talked about this. Are we going after the, like, goat gone missing next, or are we going after the temple? Because I feel like everyone's very focused on the temple, especially with the recent attack, but... One, I am more than a little scared of that temple right now, and two, I feel like nosing around too much while it's a bit of a hot issue could get us into danger.
Maybe we can gather everyone and discuss it. I feel like if they were after this temple, if they were after this map, there has to be a good reason. And I need to know why.
I mean, whatever it is, it seems something powerful is there. I mean, an entrance that constantly moves about, that's feels like defensive magic. That's protective. It's hiding it and keeping it away for good or for bad. And then it was those minotaurs went in, and I don't know if I remember correctly, I don't know if they ever came out.
I don't think we have that information.
Yeah.
Dungeons are kind of fascinating. They're, I don't know, like a mystery on its own. You can find so much hidden treasure and knowledge and tools. I'm really curious to see what we're gonna find there. I think there's something important. And I think we need to find out what.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to do a group meeting before in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think that's
I'll see if I can get Crimson to
a good idea.
be willing to sit at the same table as Gron. I'll tip Belinda to keep some alcohol ready to go.
Or maybe a tranquilizer, like
yeah, I was gonna say like
spell.
either to like calm them down and ease emotions, or if they get too rowdy, maybe something to smack them over the head. I mean, we got Boko for that, but
yeah, that's true.
alright, I should
Maybe
probably
we
do
should
another
gather them.
song before ending the night.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Bucko comes back to the table. I got us more of these things. You get one, and like he's had like several already. He's like, and then I'm carrying 5. How am I carrying 5? All right, I'm gonna put all these down at once. Like,
Bucko, I am nearly the
like, beer
size of one of these, so I think one of them will do me fine.
And then like I pat Buckle on the shoulder. Maybe some water for you next before you drink one of these?
run waters! He goes back to the bar.
No, Bucko,
That's the
all
Bucko.
right.
Amazing.
Can
Anybody
we
else
have a
has any
talk
plans?
about the group without the group? Without like Grun being... I guess we should wait.
I guess we should wait.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Cool.
I can roleplay Gran for more than...
Yes, that's complex.
You could try. Meh.
That's fine. Let me...
Do we still have the like
adventure like list somewhere?
Yeah, it's the notice board.
Oh,
So
okay.
note number
Note
3
3.
is this one.
Okay.
If you want to read it out loud. No?
Sure.
Okay.
You can read it.
Giselle said sure, so...
Yeah.
Oh wait, to me read it or you read it?
No, you
You
read
read
it.
it.
Oh, I was saying I was electing you.
No, you read
I
it.
said, should I read it? I wasn't electing me.
Maybe you were.
Dun, dun.
Or were you?
I don't know, you are a professional reader.
I thought I was electing Alex. I'll read it if nobody else wants to read it. Yeah, we can't solve all this by ourselves. Our ghosts are disappearing or being slaughtered. What kind of a bastard does that to goats? Our plantations are being burnt. If you can send someone here to help, you'll show us that the people from the hills are wrong about outsiders, but you won't, will ya? Okay, we'll continue to make do by ourselves, as always. Nathaniel Gallobalt, Gallobalt Farms after the Hunchback's Rock, 2 days north if you're not too slow.
What a pleasant person.
Hire me!
Hire that.
That was the best reading.
Yeah.
That's good.
Holy shit. That was so good. Yeah. By the way, when you guys get there, you're gonna roleplay the character. Anyway.
If we get there. No, I'm kidding.
Got grim fast there.
Have in store.
I mean, we have a goat we can have talk to the other goats to see what's up. And also,
I mean, time.
We don't really need the goat to talk to the.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose
But
if we
I mean,
want to
maybe-
like stealth mission it
Yeah,
and have
ease it
because the
in.
goats when they talk to
Yeah.
me, they get a level of awareness where they're like, I can communicate,
Yeah.
which really throws things off. So maybe having Duke as an intermediary
Exactly.
might.
And you're just listening in. You're
Smart
just like,
moves.
kind of gauging the situation without them
Yeah,
knowing
no,
that
they
you
gain
can
a level of
understand.
consciousness when they talk to me, and they suddenly are starting to consider like life and death and roles, and it's a little
Send
much.
in a goat in goat's clothing.
Yes. So an undisguised goat. Perfect.
They'll never see it coming.
Duke walks in with like a detective's like overalls, a hat.
Like,
He's got the deer stalker. He's got the pipe in his mouth. He's
Well, I think that's a little on the nose, Duke. Maybe lose all the gear.
I'll
What do
take
you
my
think?
pipe back.
as someone who actually understood. What did he say?
Oh, come on.
Well, now you have to roll with it. Every time you do an animal, you have to translate.
I mean, we have canonically said sometimes he just makes the sound. And it's just the sound. It has no meaning.
It's just,
so.
yeah.
That's true.
Just like
No,
when I
oh, come
scream into
on
the
was
void.
what he said. Was not me complaining about translating.
Cool. Heard. I mean, we can have a mock, like, meeting without Grun, because Grun is weird.
He's
Right?
going through some stuff right
It is
now.
weird.
Yeah.
He's a little obsessed with his staff right now, so we'll.
He does spend all 9 days building stuff, making stuff.
I'm
so-
sorry. I know a lot of teenagers who are obsessed with their staffs. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna show myself.
Moving
up.
on.
I have no association with this person whatsoever.
So, what do you guys think? Should we? I still feel like I'm scared of losing this vacuum on the Temple of Vacuum thing to whoever's after it and being too late. But I understand that most of the group really wanted to check this goat situation, so if you guys want to do that, I'll tag along.
I mean, is it generally in the same direction? Like, we could at least maybe scout it out? No, of course not.
No. Gallobalt Farms is north, and you've established that the Temple of Vacuum is southwest.
Okay.
Do we get the sense that we're not prepared for the Temple of Vacuum quite just yet?
I mean, we do
What-
have some. I take out like my little notebook. Like,
We do have some things we do know about the Temple of Vacuum. The entrances move around. Locations are deceiving. People that are supposedly able to see in the dark lose that ability. It's quiet. By the way, I wrote down that the map points northwest, not southwest.
What I wrote down. Womp.
Well, I can erase it. Let me see.
Edit notes.
Yeah.
I have southwest. Sorry, it says Temple of Vacuum is southwest, according to other Tanato lady.
probably miswrote it.
Nothing but the truth.
Oh yeah.
All right, that one.
She's like, that's me.
Hey, yes, you can sit here, and correct me if I'm wrong, please.
I was having a nice meal and I didn't feel ready yet to sit around a bunch of people, but I feel awkward about saying no to this, so I'm gonna sit over here. And then she sits with you.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, if
Yeah,
this
those are
place
the
is really
things-
that hidden, and you know the people who seem to be most interested in exploring it don't even have the map, and we have the map, then rushing into it feels foolish. And probably moving, honestly, getting out of here sooner rather than later, because they know where to find us now.
Yeah, I don't feel safe here for sure. What do you think? Nothing but the truth. Do you think we're ill prepared to brave the temple?
Well, I honestly don't know that much about the temple. And I honestly haven't heard too much about dungeons, has she? But what I have heard, they are always dangerous. So preparing yourself as best as you can is always a good option.
After Lorelei, I feel like I've had quite a dose of danger. Some people killing goats and destroying farms just seems like a bit of good we can do without hopefully losing our heads.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that simple. Something
never
tells
is.
me it's never that simple.
It never is.
And I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but this person, this Gallobalt, talks about burnt plantations.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has to do, just like we saw the
burnt marks with
yeah,
well, both with
that involved.
Severian leaving
Yeah.
last time we were in town, and then with the passing off of the stolen rainbow medal.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be connected.
So it could be connected.
And it seems
be
like no one
something
else is
important.
looking into it, so maybe you know who might assume it's already ignored and settled, but it might actually give us a little more clues about what's going on with them.
Yeah.
It'd be bad to have a little more information before, you know, someone tries to kill us again.
Yeah. Okay, So, goats first?
I vote goats.
Grun does vote goats. He told me beforehand.
Crimson?
Crimson?
Really?
Well, what do you want to do,
Fair.
Crimson?
Well, we
You're in
were
charge of Duke the Goat's training.
we
He's
were
ready.
set on helping the goats, and I think there's no better way to train Duke the goat, than to help his kin.
Exactly.
I
Also
like.
puts on
doesn't
his
sound too
sunglasses.
bad to... Also doesn't sound
I
too bad
rolled,
probably talking to lovely young ladies and informing them that you're helping people for the greater good and no other material gain.
Sure.
Okay then. I stored the map for the in a very safe hidden place in my bag. I guess goes to this.
Meh.
Nice scratching behind the ears.
He does like the dog thing
Yeah.
with the foot, the leg. Do you tell the Dalans that you are headed out for the Gallobalt farms?
I might mention it.
Invite them along, maybe, if Annabelle wants to come.
So
I think
when
they
you mentioned,
I think you did mention something about their sister before.
so as you mentioned that you're going to Gallobalt farms, Annabelle throws a fit. She starts like, well, you tell that Vadrine that she better get her ass back here to this fort. We moved here now. You know what? I'm going with you. and we're bringing my sister back. And Grana has to full on rush from whatever she was doing to be like, okay. And take her to the side and they're not inviting you to come along. They're going. It's, I'm going too. So it kind of starts a whole argument.
I mean, as long as you're willing to, duck away from danger and maybe leave the, complicated stuff to us, I don't see an issue in you tagging along for just the travel over there.
And who's Vadrine?
Sister.
She's a betrayer. She decided to go live with the younger farm boy over at the Gallobalt farms sometime back, about a year ago. And she left us all alone and cold. in the rain. She starts doing drama.
Oh, that's great! A family reunion. You guys can tag along.
Grana doesn't like the idea. She goes, we just can't be taking Estelle around on the Central Hills. Like, she needs to be somewhere safe. Like, the fort is a safest place for her. And Annabelle is like, okay, good. Then you take care of her. I'm gonna go. You guys stay here. I'm gonna go there, bring Vadrine back.
Alright. I did not realize I was creating more problems. I forgot there was another sister.
I mean, you guys have a say here in whether she goes or not. She's invited herself, but...
Gonna let her go? We'll see how involved I get when it's family matters.
I just look at Crimson to see his reaction.
Oh, I'm here for the gossip. The juicy gossip. But no, Crimson Void is like blushing a little bit. And he just...
Crimson is turning crimson?
Yeah, kinda. He just does this like in a... Let's go a little smile that only Thyme notices. I'm establishing that right now. And only Thyme notices.
So no pros or cons, no.
Greg died.
Yeah,
Died.
who dropped?
Craig.
Craig. Or Craig.
Poor Craig.
Craig dropped?
Yeah, now recording. No more.
No recording.
Scary. Okay, Zencaster is still recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's knocked over my microphone.
But yeah, so you guys, the characters don't have no pros or cons. Like, they're fine with Annabelle going.
Yeah.
I'm good with her going.
I mean,
until she
technically, it's
causes-
just a goat
just tagging
rescue,
along.
right? It's a easy mission, right?
If her sister's in a bad situation, it's a good out. If she's in a good situation, then, she could be like, hey,
a little
man,
bit of
this is
family
my life.
therapy time. Well,
Yeah.
as long as she provides her own food, Time is more than happy to encourage the ship that is happening over there.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go and decide then what kind of ally she will be. She can be an ally for one person.
Crimson. Please continue.
Yeah. No question.
Just saying, like, put it
We're all
out there.
here for the romance. We're all here for the ship. Let's go.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. What do you say, Crimson? What are the qualities that Crimson is most attracted to in this Dahlan?
Well, the fact that she's strong, capable, independent,
Okay.
all the cool stuff. And that she smells like the woods. That's important.
Okay. Do you think Crimson would let her take part in combat? Or do you think Crimson would
Yeah, why not?
have her stand back?
No. She's more than capable of helping with combat. Like, Crimson Void respects that. It's absolutely
Cool. So strong was the first word out of your mouth. So strong she will be. She will add 1d8 to your damage rolls.
nice.
Damn.
1d8.
Very cool.
1d8.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well, you guys say your farewells. Belinda asks you to take ample notes on the performance of the Rainbow Metal axes, and Nothing But the Truth tells you to take ample notes of everything.
Ever.
Yeah.
It'll take care of that.
The
That's fine.
Dallins ask you guys to take plenty of care of their sisters. Sergeant asks you guys to take plenty of care, period. And you guys take off into the Central Hills, and we're gonna take a break before we do a roll for the next encounter in the Central Hills.
Ooh.
So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. See you soon. And we're back.
Hey.
Cool. So our adventurers are about to go on another adventure. I need somebody to roll a d20 so that we know
Do it.
which encounter we'll have.
$17. Damn. Well, I think it already went. No, it didn't.
Ooh.
Ooh, new one. Ooh.
Wow. So remember when I said that the dice don't lie? Dice don't lie.
Yeah. Dice
Dice
don't
don't lie.
I mean, how could they?
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
Cool. Well, let's just do this. I need perception checks.
Come on, man.
From everybody?
From everybody.
oh, that is fully cocked. All right.
Everybody.
17.
And a natural one.
What do you do? It's Queen Notes Day.
Representing.
17 also!
Damn.
I got fully it was balanced on the middle of it where there was no possible way it was any number, and then I rolled it again and it was a natural one. Just... Still a 7.
Brutal.
Hey,
And it's my
ones
Vex
tell
dice.
the best stories.
That's true.
Except when you die. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's not
Anyway. Cool. You guys are going on your merry way. I love the head wiggles.
It's the idle animations, you know?
Walking.
Yeah. Going north, you guys, kind of travel close to Mr. Nash's museum, and Ponta de Pedra would be Rock Point, and where the clan orc was, and you're heading kind of in that direction. And nobody notices it.
Nobody?
Only Kit notices.
Oh.
Only Kit notices, yeah.
Okay,
Otherwise,
I
I
was
wouldn't
gonna
even
say-
have mentioned it, but
I rolled it so well. Okay.
you see kind of from afar, Kit, you're looking around, bored with the traveling, and Bucko's doing the choosing the routes and how you guys yeah. And kind of from afar to the side, you see a tiny furry head looking at you from around the corner. from around like a rock. And it's a little unnerving because its furred head looks like a dog, maybe like a wild dog, but it seems like where it would have eyes, it just has these like dark holes.
I call out,
Do you guys see that? There's a very interesting animal right there. Animal?
Do I see it? No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
As you guys look, it kind of starts to like walk backwards behind the rock again.
Which way? What were we looking at?
That rock over there?
Yeah, it's a cool looking rock. Yeah.
Yeah, behind it. There's like a dog, coyote.
Should I try to
maybe.
talk to it? What was weird about it? It was, I'm sure it's not.
Its eyes.
unknown.
It had these like really creepy eyes.
Like Ron creepy eyes, or like
Like goat creepy eyes.
No, like a void, like looking into a void.
Like crimson.
No, my eyes are normal. The void
Different-
is
it's very lovely eyes.
I'm the
Just
one who
The
see the
void's more
void.
metaphorical, for sure.
not the voids.
Metaphor. What? It's that. What? Is it related to distance?
It's okay, Crimson.
I'm sorry.
It's
Coyote? Cool.
Coyote. Don't be scared. It's
I-
just a coyote. Let's move on. It's.
Should I try to talk to it? See if it's hurt?
I'm
Or
not the
should
one
we-
that normally talks to animals. But
No, should I
Maybe-
talk to it in case it's hurt?
I don't know. It felt. I don't know. It looks. I don't know if it's friendly.
Do you think it's following us, or...
It was definitely staring. It was looking at our direction.
Kit, as you're like talking to the rest of the team, like looking at the rock but talking to the team, like and turning your head around, the coyote is now like where you guys were before, so it's way backwards
Can we
now.
see it now? Oh.
So it's like you see its head poking out from a rock at a big distance, but in the direction that you guys just came from.
do I think it's the same coyote or dog or
You
whatever
think so?
that is?
Okay, maybe we back away a little.
I mean, it's leaving us alone, so it's...
It seems to be lurking, though.
Can we help you? I kind of call out to it.
You call out to it and it does that animal thing where when it gets like the first reaction, it kind of pulls back, but then it like eases itself back out. And it seems to just be kind of looking.
Should I try to put it to sleep? Like, just to make you feel better?
Oh, that kind of putting to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, no, not like...
misinterpreted.
No, if we're
Okay,
talking about...
that's-
No, then we have Crimson involved. No, I mean actually like Betty by time.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's hungry.
I don't hurt animals for nothing. Only when I need to eat.
Time
Or,
you
know,
hear
it's-
it.
kill you.
I do
You hear
have
it in your
allergic
head. And you hear, well, you keep some interesting company, I'll tell you that.
not wrong. And I'm gonna try singing in my head first to see if I get a response.
Not immediately, at least.
So I'll say it out loud and just be like, "You're not wrong. Interesting communication style." And you guys just look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah. What? Are you talking to me?
No, it's...
Kit, you hear in your head, no. But it is true, you do keep interesting company.
The plot
You know,
chickens.
You guys alright?
Give us a minute. You know, you keep...
Did you guys not hear that?
I'm just like looking over at Crimson like, the spellcasters are being the spellcastery.
You know,
Okay, that's a good point. Grun, did you hear that?
Grunt, Grunt says, no. And I'm usually the weird one.
Yes. Are
Or
you?
we are usually, sorry.
Oh yeah, good point. I look at the coyote. Did you just?
It's it says, well, I'm not going near those brutes.
Crimson, I think he wants to get you to like step away a little bit.
I'm going to be honest. This thing probably doesn't understand that Bucko is probably the nicest one of us. So maybe, sorry, Bucko,
yeah,
but
Bucko.
going based on
I
appearances.
didn't even.
What's up?
Yeah.
Just a couple steps
Terminator.
back, maybe. Just a little bit of
Got it.
space. And I'm gonna look over. Yeah. Are you hungry? I have a couple of rations that just been rolling around in my bag.
As Crimson and Bucko step backwards a bit, you see it actually doesn't go forward.
I take one step towards it.
It doesn't move.
I look at time.
I'm waiting for a
look
response
at
to my question.
Yeah. Are you hungry?
It says, in a way. And it kind of steps out from behind the rock. Not getting any closer, but just out from behind the rock. And you guys see this guy here.
So cute. Do we also see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that's
eyes are
that's,
really
that's
creepy.
not a coyote. That is
Yum.
not a coyote. If it is, it's a very ugly coyote.
Are we
That's
to
a
intervene
creepier-
now?
That's a creepier drawing than what is described of it. Actually, it
Yeah.
actually has fur like an
Okay.
animal.
Okay.
This one is more like an undead coyote. It actually looks more like the chupacabra
It's like
thing
a
you guys
naked
saw.
mole
Yeah.
in
rat.
some way. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
Skinned, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Horrific.
maybe not the best one. But anyway, it is pretty cool. You see though that it has multiple tails.
Ooh.
Huh.
Sorry, I'll show the player so it pops up here on the stream, but see there's like a raccoon tail, a fox tail, like a snake tail, and the coyote tail, and there's like multiple tails.
In a way, you said you're hungry in a way. In what way?
Well, why don't you come over here away from the brutes so we can talk like civilized, smart people? You see, it's still bothered by Grun, who didn't move.
Oh.
Time's gonna try to catch
Look
your
at
eye.
time.
Not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna move my head, but try to like be like.
Okay. How about you just tell me what you want from there, and I'll be here, and maybe we can help you.
Well, maybe we can help each other.
How is that?
You help us? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you have questions and I have answers. And maybe you do me favors.
Bucko,
Or the other way around.
they talking to the coyote. What's going on?
I don't know. I can't quite tell. I'm not sure. Like good vibes, bad vibes. Like we could be
Do you think it's-
friends, or we gotta move in. I'm kind of like, eh.
Do you think
Trying to
it's
read it.
answering them?
Man, if I knew.
It's so weird.
Man.
I'm not
what's your name?
feeling.
I've had a few.
Do I sense any divine vibes from him? They?
Divine. You can roll religion.
I want to be honest, since it doesn't like Gran, I was kind of wondering if there's anything potentially related to like time in her background that would also potentially fit in with this thing. I don't know what kind of role that would be, but like
Um,
or silver.
Okay, you start getting some it's definitely a magical creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily aligned with any deities, but you think that maybe this is a creature that is like an entity of some kind
Yeah,
here
that's
off the
what I-
Central Hills, and that maybe it came to be from the same influence that created the Rainbow Metal, and that changed the LeBlancs,
Mm-hmm.
which, like, you guys ascertained it wasn't only the Tormenta changing them, and in the way that some things here are weird, in incredible ways, that maybe this creature is also being changed in that same way. You have ascertained a little bit about I think you guys came to a conclusion about the cemetery, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
About the Tillian stuff.
Mhm.
So it might be clicking to you now that Tillian's loss of divinity affected this place in weird ways, and maybe still does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you think this is a creature that might have just come to be that way, and maybe it wasn't before. But the vibe you get is it's more the trickster side of things. He says, I think as the smart ones, we should stand together and work together. I don't quite like the company you two seem to be keeping, but I can understand it. Has its uses.
Indeed it does. But I don't know about you kids, but I'm not feeling particularly curious about anything. Fortunately, I don't think there's anything else we have to talk about today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, first of all, it was nice to meet you, sir. If
I'm
you
sure we'll see you around.
Yeah. And if you want anything, let us know, but we're gonna hang out with our brute friends.
Bucko, I think just calling you brute.
I've been called worse.
Really? People are awful.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to,
People
like...
take one look at me. I'm a Minotaur, stereotypes.
Stereo. Oh, yeah. It's like when you hear one sound on each side. Yeah, I get it.
I start turning around, and I like kind of try to whisper to Time.
I think we should keep an eye on him. I don't get, like, great vibes, and he's really fast. He may want to follow. So, let's get back.
I think we keep walking. If there's a turn in the road, I might pull back and just sneak to see if I can keep an eye on our tail.
Okay. Yeah. It's good.
You have this little chat, and you look back, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I like speed walk back to the group and like glue my shoulder to Bucko's.
Sup?
Hey,
Good?
yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to get into your personal space, but
Nah,
I have a feeling that Animal wanted Time and myself separate from the group for a reason, and the fact that he called you guys brutes may have something to do with it, so I'm just gonna stay close.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Time can chill on my shoulder, and you want, I can put you on the other one. I mean, you're not that big.
Yeah, well, I should be fine walking. I just keep
Or
an eye
if
out.
you want, you could be on my shoulders, and Time could be on your shoulders.
Like a little
That'd be
totem.
fun.
That would be really cool.
That'd be
I
fun.
might actually be trying to stay out of sight for a bit to see if
Yeah.
I can make sure
Oh,
it's not
right.
following us.
I don't
let's-
trust.
Go like normal,
entity.
pretend like nothing's wrong, and as soon as we have a bit of distance, I'll slip away for a bit and try to keep my wits about me.
But try to keep an eye out. That entity, or whatever it is, it's extremely fast.
It's probably smarter
Yeah,
than
no
we are.
kidding.
Yes, I think so too.
Can't be that smart. He called Bucko
Well.
a brute.
Well, he called Grun a brute, which honestly is more of a choice, in my opinion.
No, I can see that.
He's a
Okay,
toothpick, though.
should we try to move along?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep walking, but like be extremely alert and like vigilant, like head on a swivel the whole time.
Yeah, we'll try and
Yeah.
keep an eye out too for.
Yeah, if there's a point where there's a turn or
Is that
there's
out
like
of
an
it?
area where the trees kind of cover the road for a minute, I'm going to use that as a chance to do a stealth check and just fall back for a bit. So I have them in my sight, but I'm also trying to keep a surveillance around us.
Cool. Give me a stealth check.
Okay, 25 for that.
Damn.
Listen, the plus 12 really came in handy.
Being tiny.
Being tiny. And very
Cool.
dexterous.
You sneak,
Snick?
You
Snake.
sneak, and hide, and you feel pretty hidden. And wait. Yeah, and you wait for a bit. It doesn't seem to be following you.
Okay, I'll kind of keep
Stupid coyote.
the move doing that same little vigil every once in a while, and occasionally like meet up with them, go check again. But probably if it doesn't seem like I see it for a couple of hours, I'll eventually just rejoin the group.
Okay. Yeah, you guys don't see it anymore. You do, however, continue on your travels and sleep the first night. So that's a ration. Don't know if you guys bought rations.
I have so many.
And I have grunts as well. I'm carrying grunts rations as well.
I
As well.
actually have a lot of them.
Cool. Sweet. The second day is wow, words. You don't have any other encounters on the second day. You arrive, you finally find a like proper road in a way, and it takes you to this big rock that looks like it remarkably looks like an hunchback old man with a huge beard, pointy beard like this. Looks like a bald old man. And you know that it's here pretty much. And you go around the bend and you find you see a small farm. And let me open the descriptions that I've seemed to have misplaced. So yeah, behind a rock formation that resembles an old man with very long beard and a hunched over back, the Hunchback's Rock. You guys see 3 pretty big wooden houses in this valley area. You see, all the things you would expect from a farm. You see a barn, you see some animal pens, and you see a well, and you see that, like, as opposed to the LeBlanc estate, this seems very well taken care of. You see goats kind of scattered around, a few plantations with small fences around them, but just seem to be vegetable plantations, and they don't seem to be very huge. Seem to be more like, for themselves. And whereas you see like there's this valley with the houses in them and the plantations around and everything, there's this huge stone wall. It's a pretty tall stone wall that kind of cuts through the side of the valley, and blocks like the left side, let's say the west, from view. So this kind of gets like a one of the most like recluse, like isolated, spots you've found. As you emerge and kind of take this all in, you see that there's a boy playing with a stick, playing adventure like stuff with a stick on a rock, and he's like practicing moves that of course it's like a child's moves and really don't translate for actual combat. But what's remarkable is he is wearing a helmet, an actual adult helmet, way too big for his head. And takes him a second, but then he notices you and doesn't seem scared, doesn't seem startled or anything. He just kind of stops what he's doing, like grabs his stick and sprints to one of the houses, and you guys hear him go like, "Pa! Pa!"
I think we should wait here. And also, Duke the Goat, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes.
Right. I would like to see if you could talk to the local goats, see if you can blend in for a little bit, and see if you can find out anything that's been going on.
Maybe lose the pipe. Tell him.
I tell him.
You can have the pipe. I lose the pipe for trying to blend in, but you can have it back later, I promise.
Fine.
Exactly. You gotta be a master of disguise. You gotta adjust your props. You gotta adjust your costume. There we go. Thank you.
Sorry, bud.
I always thought that Duke would be like, would you expect the sun to not bring light? Would you expect water to not be wet?
Also, if you have any problems, have any issues, just yell as loud as you can, and we'll come roaming, I promise. Now just give him a little scratch behind the ears again, and send him on his way.
Okay. You send the infiltrator, Duke on his infiltrator mission.
Yeah.
And he's a goat. He looks like any other goat in here. You guys.
He's special.
He's special.
But he's trying to blend in.
Sunglasses. Okay.
Don't you ever say that again.
He's trying to blend in. Anyway. You see that some people, a woman comes out from the house, and some of the people actually come from around the bend from behind the huge rock formation. You see there's what seems to be like a family, but 7 people total. You see an older man. He's wearing, farmer's gloves. Seems to be wearing some type of leather armor on top. They're all carrying like farming tools, with the exception of one woman who was inside, and she's wearing like an apron, like she was cooking. This older man has like a hat on, a farmer's hat, and he seems to be a leader of sorts. And he takes you in and walks over and waves, and everybody kind of comes with them. kind of a big happening to have, people coming over. He approaches you, says, "Well, hello there. Can't say I was expecting to actually get company over here."
We heard you were having a problem with your goats. So
That is true. So you are from the fort, huh?
that we are, yeah.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm surprised. Well, why don't we why don't we go inside and drink something, and yeah, and see
Maybe
that
something
his
warm.
wife.
We've been traveling a little bit, so we haven't had hot food for a day or so. If you wouldn't mind.
Not at all. We got food to spare, right, Ritana? And he looks at what seems to be his wife. And she has like a turban. Is that how it's called? I always forget. Covering her head, like some cloth covering her head.
Oh, not turban.
Like Zardu had.
A turban.
Yeah, turban then. If it's like Zardu's. I was thinking if it was more flat, it's probably going to be more like a mop cap or something, or a bonnet.
With them, you also see another, what seems to be another couple, a woman that looks a lot like the mailman who introduces himself as Nathaniel Gallobalt, the guy that actually put the thing on the fort. There's a woman that seems to be his sister, also wearing a hat, like a floppier hat. She's accompanied by a person who is wearing like overalls, a hood, a mask. You can't see anything about this person. And you see a very young couple. You see a young guy, and he looks like he's honestly the best looking person you've encountered in the Central Hills. He could be the protagonist of a teenager novel type of person. And he's also wearing like a helmet type thing. And next to him you see a young woman, and she's wearing also like a cloth covering her head, tied backwards, and she has a little bit of a like looser, more open clothing. And immediately Annabelle goes, "Vadrine!"
Oh no.
"I've come to collect you and bring you back home. Well, not home because we left the oak, but we're going to the fort." and you see that she, like, Vadrine had a smile on her face, and she has like this jovial like smile, and she seems she seems like a smiley person, but when she sees her sister, her eyes goes
Annabelle. Maybe we take down the level of enthusiasm a notch, and also you're not going to be going back to the fort without us. So maybe we just go in, we have a hot meal, we talk about the goats, and you and your sister can have a very calm conversation.
Let's be
Give me a
chill,
diplomacy.
bros.
And I'm
Give me a
looking at
diplomacy
Bucko
check.
being
Can I
like,
help?
be prepared
Can I help?
to hold this woman
Yeah.
back. Okay, what am I rolling again? Sorry.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Oh, that's a natural one.
Oh no.
Nothing I do can help.
I still get a plus. See if this is performance. Diplomacy. Yeah, I still get a +7 to this,
But a natural one is a natural one. You say this, as the most logical thing you could possibly do, except Annabelle is rarely logical about her sisters. And she's like, yeah, no, for sure. Let's go in there and drink some tea. Yeah, drink some tea with my traitor sister, and I'll be damned. She's coming back home with us one way or another. And she starts like walking towards the house.
Can I just like scoop her into a hug and restrain her a little bit?
That
I'm
like
just
she'll be
dropping
all
her
like
in there.
one arm on one on like firm on the other
"Hey,
arm and run around the
Let's
shoulders.
be a little chiller when we walk into the house, maybe. Is there? Can I?
Yeah, I rolled for her. I just used your diplomacy. You see that she like at first doesn't like you, hug her. She's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" What's that guy? And then you hug her. She's like, it's like, what's the word? Flaunters a bit, and then she gives in, like, because it's the Bucko hug. Like, how can you not let Buck hug her? And she just kind of lets go and goes, "Fine."
I like pat her on the shoulder and kind of set her down.
I whisper to Time,
You still have that sleep spell if we need it, right?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that, but we're gonna see if we can use that as a last resort, because that's probably not the best first impression to give these people.
You're right.
You see that like Nathaniel is a bit, surprised at all of this sudden drama, but doesn't seem that taken aback, and it's like, all right then, well, in we go. Like Jensel is like super protectively, like the guy, the boy, 18-year-old looking guy.
That's the
He's
Jensol guy?
Jensel, yeah. I would just give you guys the names.
That's
You walk
easier.
in, they serve tea and some food. So,
And like I don't want to be, judgmental here, but you said that one of these guys was like the better looking guy on the Central Hills, but none of them are like the LeBlanc, are they?
no.
All right.
Okay.
So this is the drawing we have of Nathaniel. Then we have his wife, Ritana. Then his sister, Celicia.
So Celicia is Nathaniel's sister.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Celicia's husband, Haran.
Okay.
It's the dude in
Then
overalls with a hood and mask.
yeah,
Okay.
you see Celicia's son, Jensel. Jensen. My bad. You see Vadrine. And looking at Vadrine, if you didn't know she's a Dallin, you wouldn't be able to tell that she's a Dallin. She's covering her hair. And she could easily pass for human. And you see Alon.
Oh boy.
Who, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so he's a son of Nathaniel and Ritana. You see they're well on their ears, going to the 40 somethings, and so it's kind of a late pregnancy there, but they seem fine. So that's the Gallobalts. And they invite you into the bigger house. You see one of the houses is a little newer than the other ones and still kind of being built. And that's the younger couple's house. And Jensen seems like very excited about it, to be building it. And like he talks about how he keeps like talking out loud about how happy he and Vadrina are living together, and like
That's really nice.
Annabelle's like, well, too bad, because she's coming back home.
Annabelle.
And Jensen's like, well, not if I marry her first. Is any of you a cleric? A priest?
I don't think we
not-
have any cleric with us.
Hey!
Ah.
Do you know of someone?
Yeah?
Really?
Great, who is it?
I'm a cleric!
Oh, you
Okay,
are?
so I feel like there's a more
Alright.
delicate way to have this conversation prior to committing to this.
Yeah.
We kind of did just get here. We just maybe chill and talk. Chat.
Annabelle, we're not leaving in the next 12 hours, so perhaps we take a breath.
Be nice. Listen to your sister. Maybe she's got reasons for wanting to be here. Maybe.
Well,
should
and not
Keep
to be
an
that
open mind.
person, but there might be a place for your sisters to settle here, so your Vadrine can get, marry the man she wants to marry. And then
be in your family.
exactly.
Yeah.
There can be a
Extended family.
compromise.
Nice.
Think of this as she started putting roots down here. Maybe it's to the benefit of you guys.
Roots, it's funny because... you get it.
Yeah, okay. That was not on purpose. I am not that smart. But
Oh, you don't give yourself enough credit.
Yeah.
oh, I disagree.
Give me this diplomacy check. You can choose one person to be like the main one, and the others can help.
Time. The charismatic one.
I've done
Probably.
2
Right.
nat ones today, but sure. We'll try my
I
rainbow
mean,
dice.
you exhausted them. There you go. You know?
Oh yeah, I did it. Okay, that was 17 on the dice plus
There you go.
See?
7,
Nice.
so 24.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Right on.
4. Um, Cool.
Can I help?
Yeah. Anyone who wants to can help.
I was
I'll
gonna
help too.
say for Annabelle,
Can
everyone
I
I
get
need.
in the way instead of helping?
You can certainly get in the way. 10 is a +1.
Oh.
And
Hey.
20 is a +2. Okay, so you guys clear the 25 threshold there. She pipes down. She sits back and just kind of huffs and, doesn't like to be told no. She's usually the executive decisioner of
I reach
of
out again and
decisions.
just gently pat her on the shoulder again.
You see that she tries. Ritana is bringing. She brings a roast, a wonderful smelling roast. She also brings some of Nathaniel's preserves, which she seems quite proud of. And Annabelle actually comments on the preserve, says, "Your preserve is actually really good." And then pipes down.
I'm gonna
Nathaniel's
see-
been kind of keeping quiet and says, waiting for the drama to pass, but goes, well, thank you. And, quite proud of them.
Thank you for the food.
Yes.
At times
thank you.
near Crimson, I'm gonna probably lean over and be like, if she starts getting a bit anxious again, maybe you and her could go for a little walk to help her calm down and express her emotions in a reasonable way.
Wait,
Say that again?
time.
If she starts yelling at her sister, go for a walk. It can be romantic. And also, I won't throttle her.
Loading.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is amazing. Thank you so much. This is really delicious.
You said it's a roast, right?
It's a roast, yeah.
What kind of meat? Because they're complaining about their goats disappearing. And I'm like,
It's goat.
okay. Well, fair.
That's fine.
Maybe it's a good thing that Duke has his own mission and is not in there.
Bucko probably has had goat before. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, goats are
Torm doesn't
delicious.
say no to food.
Not
Or
Duke.
meal.
To some food.
No, Duke is not food. Duke is friend.
For now, yes. I'm just kidding. He's all right.
chat with him.
Don't make me debate eating the animals we talk to.
Nathaniel kind of stops and looks. You talk to animals?
It's
That's
a thing
quite-
I've learned how to do. Slash, kind of always have been able to do.
It's quite amazing.
Yeah, speaking of animals, do you want to tell us a little more about your problem? Maybe?
Yeah. I guess we can talk business a little bit. See, they finally like sit down to eat. You know, like Jensen was, standing up and talking about the house, and people were helping serve, and the two ladies were serving stuff. Haran was sitting to the side and just sulking. The kid is nowhere to be seen, probably playing somewhere. They finally sit down and quiet down. It almost seems like almost. I'm gonna say ritualistic. I shouldn't use this word in this setting because anything ritualistic sounds extremely bad. But it's just ritualistic in the way of like, oh, we're sitting down and Dad's talking, and now like let's listen. Very traditional family style, and Nathaniel says, a while ago, someone or something started killing our goats. Seems to sometimes there are slashes, sometimes they are completely destroyed, taken apart. Sometimes they're completely burnt to a crisp.
When was the last time that this has happened?
It was about a week ago.
GM, when did we fight the circus? Way past a week ago. We stayed 9 days in the fort. Okay. So
Yeah, you
it's
stayed
not
9 days in the fort.
chupacabra.
You stayed 9 days in the fort before going Dornbach.
Yeah.
So
So it's been like
yeah.
months, maybe
It's
like a
been
month.
like at least 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it definitely wasn't the circus creature we fought.
Have you thought about, and hear me out here, teaching the goats how to defend themselves?
He kind of like stops and tries to gauge if you're making a joke about this like serious.
You know, the
He's
slashes
serious.
are one thing, but the fire, they can't really, like, unless we're teaching them all stop, drop, and roll, but if it's something that's actively setting them on fire, it might be better to find the source of the problem rather than having the goats handle
Actually.
it themselves.
Goats cannot roll, so, that would
Oh.
be...
I did not know that.
Well, I think they can do whatever they want as long as they learn how to do it properly.
Let's test that. Honey, bring the dice. Ba-doom. Psst. Sorry.
Unlike GMs,
Anyways.
goats can do anything. Even jokes. Shots fired.
Anyway, Nathaniel
Shots
goes.
fired.
Yeah. Anyway, he says, "Listen, don't get me wrong. We've driven out orcs. We've sent gnolls running. No criminals brave dare come around here, and we don't see monsters either. We sent them all packing. Take a look at the trophies, and you do see like monster heads and like heads of creatures on the wall as trophies." And Nathaniel goes, "The problem here is this thing. We can't quite tell what it is. He
When
shines
does
a
it
bright light,
happen?
and we don't know why it attacks us. We don't know when it's gonna come, so we can't really prepare."
Bright light.
Yeah.
Do you remember
how long?
anything?
Like, is it a flash, or...
No? Just this massive glow.
Have you gone towards the light, and has it done anything maybe with your minds or your memories?
Come on, Thyme, don't be
Give
silly.
me
They wouldn't
insight
remember.
checks now. Because you said that.
Inside checks, like everyone.
Yeah. I mean, whoever wants to.
Let's see.
Nah.
20.
We're 11.
Can you repeat exactly what you said, Time?
Did you ever go towards the light, and after you've seen it, did it ever mess, is there been anything weird with your memories, or just, I don't remember exactly what I said, but something along those lines. Anything weird with your mind or your memories after it?
You see that you catch that Jensen and Vadreen both kind of look to the side, but don't answer. And Celicia as well, the sister. Nathaniel continues talking like, well, no. We have all woken up before, of course. It comes with this massive humming that we can't quite figure out what it is. But running towards a thing that shoots out fire isn't exactly the best course of action. So we just shoot from afar. And like I said, we've taken out plenty of things from shooting them from afar. But when you can't see what you're shooting at, there's just no telling if you're even harming the thing.
Definitely.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the note you left at the fort, you did mention something about your plantations being burnt as well.
Not as much. It's mostly the goats. You can give me insight checks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that a normal reaction or just like...
That was evasive as heck.
This I will try. Oh, natural one. So
It's a
exciting.
legitimate man.
Another 4? It's the second.
Okay.
16?
Well, I got a 24, so I feel good.
Ooh.
I can
Damn.
Doesn't seem anything out of place there in his reaction, except for Thyme, who catches that that's very off-brand for him. To like avert the eyes and kind of pick at his food while saying that.
Do you
I
mind
realized-
if we look around the farm a bit, see? Because this is sounding, I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but this is sounding quite mechanical to me. Like someone's testing something out.
Ooh.
I've had a little bit too
Mechanical?
much experience with things like that.
The burn marks, do they like have a pattern by any chance? Like circular maybe? We've seen some in the past, and we're just wondering if there's a relation.
Well, actually, they're usually in a line.
A line.
But if you want to check the property, my guests, Jensen, you can walk with them. And he's like, yeah, of course, sure. And he gets up like all hero like.
Avatrin, would you come with us as well? I think that'd be lovely.
Of course, yes. Love to take walks. So, as we begin this investigation, I'm actually gonna call it for tonight.
Ton, ton, ton.
Dun, 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 dun.
You guys can decide where you're gonna go next, investigation-wise. We'll be here together in 2 weeks. Oh, except Natalia won't be here.
Boo! Boo! Ooh.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. I love I love playing with these guys. This is Only Once TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to talk to us on social media. We have Giselle Fernandez, Natalia Molero, Cindy Gernat, Victor Lucky. I'm Alexander Januzzi. We will see you guys next time.